The Toronto Raptors season comes crashing down despite leading by 18 points against the Bulls, 18 missed free throws, and an absolutely diabolical fourth quarter cost the Raptors the season. Where did it all go so wrong? The Raptors, 32 minutes here, everybody. 32 minutes of dominance. Ran these guys out of the gym. Dominant 32-ish minutes. Couldn't hang with us. Ball movement was spectacular. You held down DeRozan. Did a solid job on Levine. Hitting your threes. Wow, did we shoot the three ball well today. Rebounding was good. Turnover control was good. Everything we needed to be successful in this game was there, right? Everything except. And it's quite unbelievable that this is an NBA team in a do-or-die, winner moves on, loser go home game in their home arena. It's quite remarkable that free throws are pretty much the catalyst for what went wrong. The Toronto Raptors shot 36 free throws today and made half, 18. And when the Raptors were in this game up 18, they were up 68-50. We were all dancing. I never said the game was over. I said, hey, they got to do the job still. It ain't over. But 68-50 in a game of this magnitude, right? 68-50. I believe it was VanVleet at the line. 2 free throws. Misses both. Levine other way. I think it was Levine. Hits a layup. 16-point game. Game was never the same. Momentum built. Chicago got into this game. Came back, and just took over. Once the Bulls made it close, it was over. We had nothing. We had no go-to player. VanVleet hit a pretty clutch 3. Other than that, not much. Siakam dried up heavily. Great stat lines from these guys. Not in the fourth. How many times this season has come to that? If you guys watched the play-in preview I did on Amateur Hour Sports yesterday, or 2 days ago, depending when you're watching this, I said, biggest thing that scares me, when you get to the clutch, when you get to the biggest moments, who's going to score for us? Because Siakam hasn't been there this season. VanVleet has seldom been there this season. Trent last season was big, not this season. And Trent, my God, we're going to talk about him in a sec. Bulls, they've got Levine. They've got DeRozan. They've got killers in the clutch. And nobody killed us more than Zach Levine. 39 points for Zach Levine, and he was unstoppable for the last quarter and a half. Raptors lose the fourth quarter 37-24, outscored by 13 in the fourth quarter in a game that they lost by 4 points. They miss 18 free throws in a game they lose by 4 points. The Bulls only missed 4 free throws. They went 18 of 22 from the line. They took 22 free throws to our 36 and hit the same amount. So even though the Bulls shot 7 of 26 from 3, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Even though the Bulls had 8 offensive rebounds to our 16, just dominated second chance points, they still win by 4. This game, it's an indictment on a lot of people in this organization. Big question marks about the front office buying at the deadline. Buying into this core just to make our draft pick worse and still not make the playoffs. Nick Nurse, adjustments, game management this season has been poor. You're up by 18 points. All you had to do was close it out in the fourth quarter. Nurse couldn't find a way to stop Levine. Couldn't find a way to get us a bucket. I've been not as low as other people on Nick Nurse, but I certainly haven't felt this low about him. This is the lowest I've ever felt by far. You couldn't work with an 18-point second half lead at home and get over the line? Siakam, clutch. His reputation as a clutch player. Like 32 points for Siakam. That's special. But in the clutch when we needed it most, your best two players came up begging. DeRozan had some big shots. Levine had some big shots. That's the separation. So your biggest players couldn't get you over the line. Your coach couldn't get over the line. Their front office, he put his faith in this team. And people are going to say, ran the Stars into the ground, ran out of gas. I mean, to a degree. OG, Pascal, Fred get 42 minutes. Barnes gets 40, Pirtle gets 37. Welcome to postseason ball, where your best guys get minutes. Levine plays 40, Vooch plays 39, DeRozan plays 39. Not like they got a ton more rest. It's also difficult to play your bench when Boucher is scoreless. Felt he was okay, just a neutral, didn't need him to do much, but can't play him much more. Chua actually looked good, and I think he could have gotten more minutes, sure. Nine minutes, 6 points for Chua, but it was a -9 in those minutes. Gary fucking Trent, about to reject his player option. 17 minutes. Gary Trent Jr., off the bench, your sixth man, looking for $22 million this summer probably, gives you 2 lousy-ass fucking points. He goes 0 of 5 from 3. Tough to play these guys more in a do-or-die game when they're giving you that. It's hard to play them. I don't blame Nurse. The play time is of no concern to me. Welcome to the postseason where your guys get more minutes. The adjustments, lack thereof, there's a problem. Your inability to create looks for your best players by Nurse, that's a problem. Siakam not getting any buckets late, that's a problem. VanVleet not getting us any buckets late, that's a problem. VanVleet going 3 of 6 from the line, problem. Siakam 5 of 11 from the line, problem. And that's the thing about playing games. You know, you have the playoffs, 7 games. Man, we beat them up. We did a lot of good things. It's bounce back game 2. No, that's it. And guess what? From thinking about Miami, I mean, I never really got that far, but thinking about Miami halfway through the third quarter when you're up 18. Guess what? That was your last game of the season. That might be the last time Nurse ever coaches this team. That might be the last time Trent is in a Raptors uniform. Last time Fred is in a Raptors uniform. Who knows? Pearl's a free agent. Fred's a free agent. Gary Trent's a free agent. Nurse is 1 year on his contract. So what now? We'll talk about that more in the video tomorrow, but this game as a whole. I mean, I'm not surprised we lost like this because it's happened so many times this season. It's just how many games, embarrassingly, do you go, how the fuck did you lose that game? Today, I mean, I'm not asking. I'm not asking how. I know how. Clutch, problem again. Free throws. An NBA team in a play-in game lose because they couldn't hit free throws. You know, what more can you say? That wraps up an absolutely miserable season. Disaster of a season. 9 seed. We were supposed to be top 6, right? 9th seed. The Bulls, I've been roasting the Bulls for the better part of 365 days. Kind of stings to lose to them. Kind of stings to lose to DeRozan. But, yeah, who else to blame? For the roster construction, for the coaching, for the shot making in the clutch. Because, I mean, I'm looking at the box score here. It doesn't tell the whole tale. Siakam, 32 points, 13 of 22, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. But goddamn. Fred VanVleet, 26 points, 8 of 22, 7 of 13 from 3, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. My guy is triple-double hunting. Doesn't tell the full story. Barnes, solid game. Solid game. But nobody in the fourth comes through. Nobody. Nobody is exempt. Nobody is exempt from this. Nobody can hide behind their numbers. Nobody on this team can look at themselves and say they came through in the fourth when we needed them. And the players that I care about most, your top two players, VanVleet, Siakam, who didn't. So the miserable season concludes. Post-game shows from the year conclude. We'll have a ton of more content coming for the rest of the playoffs and the offseason. Not Raptors playoffs, but plenty more Raptors content where that came from. Plenty more NBA content for the offseason. So, don't matter that the season's over. Amateur Hour chugs along. There's great content coming your way. Get subscribed to the channel. Join the Amateur Hour army. And drop a like if you enjoyed. It's a bad day. We will recover. It may take longer than we thought it would. But there's reason to be frustrated as well. And to wonder exactly where this team is headed in this offseason. So thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. More content on the way. But we're going to sit and reflect on this.